Ladies, ladies, yes, this is going to be a girl chat. Let's get right into it. They want you to have a trilaminar, and I made a drawing, and it kind of like looks like this. So please forgive me because I'm not an expert. That's how a trilaminar in a uterus should look like. See? Right there. Now, before I start this video, I want to remind everyone I am not a professional in the field of health. Okay, so I'm not a doctor of any kind, and this is just for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so let's say, for example, you are at an appointment of your reproductive endocrinologist, right? And they want to check out your lining. Let's say this is your very last lining check, hopefully for for to get a green light so you can start your pile injections before an embryo transfer. But before I continue, I want to let you guys know why I'm making these videos. First off, I am a huge fan of science. I have always loved anything regarding science and technology. So you guys are going to notice me making different playlists on STEM, on health, and all sorts. Actually, this video is going to be posted under several playlists. You might see some of my cards pop up on this video, so pay attention to that. I am also going to be posting those links in the description for those playlists. All those videos are connected, and I think they're going to be so useful. But I always warn first, it's just for entertainment purposes only. This is no medical advice. No medical advice whatsoever. Lately, I have been very compelled to advocate for those who go through IVF. And I think it's extremely important to talk about this because um, there isn't a lot of information online, and you might not be able to get all the information that you might feel satisfied with when you go to a doctor's office because they have a lot of patients, and it's just really hard to like get all that information. They will probably tell you just the regular medical terms and what they can advise you with, and that's it. Okay, so sorry for all the explanation and the rambling. Here we go again. So you are sitting on the table at the fertility clinic and they want to check you. And you ask them, for example, so does it look okay? They'll be like, yeah, but the report has to go to the doctor and then you'll get the report and all that stuff. Okay, so, and let's say, for example, the doctor tells you either if it's a little too thin or maybe the thickness is just right for the requirements. But sometimes, and surprisingly for many people, it doesn't matter if it's a little bit less thin that they want or right in the thickness. If it doesn't have the right infrastructure, the right design, the right symmetry, then it can mean several things. And today, what I want to talk about and what I want to bring up is how do I make this trilaminar happen? Okay, so the doctor, when you go there and the doctor receives the report, he might tell you it could be anything. But in the case that he tells you, if he tells you, look, let's give it a few more days. Stay on your estrogen medication, and we will go ahead and check your lining again. And then you're just like, oh no. So is everything okay? And you don't really want to bother them too much because they might get aggravated, right? They can only tell you so many things. He will only prescribe you certain instructions. So, and then you start like searching, and you can't find almost anything. You're like, oh my goodness, how do I make my uterus trilaminar? The answer, the medical answer, again, this is no medical advices. There is no magic trick for it. There's no magic button for it. But I have been searching and researching the opinions and things that I saw other women post online, and finally I was able to satisfy that curiosity as best as I could. So a lot these stories are hard to find, so maybe that's why you ended up here today. But ladies, let me tell you that if you are currently going through that concern, if the doctor tells you that he wants you to stay on medication and he wants you to go back to the office or the clinic where you're being monitored at, it means there is still hope. It means that there is still hope. So it does not mean that the cycle needs to get canceled. It means to them, according to what I have, to the research that I have made, it means to them that your uterus just needs a little more time to get to that trilaminar. And my suspicions may be incorrect. They may be correct, but the reason why I think they do that, it's because they might not have seen in the report, or they might have not seen themselves signs of inflammation or signs of fluid or any signs that you already ovulated. Let's say, for example, you did blood work on estrogen and progesterone, or they looked at your ovaries and they didn't see any signs. So they believe that there is hope, and that you just need a few more days to get this shape right here. This is what happens when they don't think it looks like that. This is what they see. Sorry, it's taking me a while. Sorry, it's taking a little bit. Okay, this is just an example. See, like that. It's just like a little bit blurry, a little bit undefined. I know this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. But it's just an example. So, what to do? What to do? From my research, there's might be a little checklist. Okay, so ask yourself, what are the things that I did to keep my circulation going? Was I active enough? Not doing strenuous exercise, but did I do enough walking, moving around, dancing around a little bit when you're cleaning your home and all that? Or did you spend more time in bed? That's one thing. Because from my research, You have to stay active to get that circulation going, to get your uterus to be right there where you want it to be. Um, did you consume? Did you feel like you consume in your diet, or if if you have gotten um, to be on supplements, vitamin E? That's another thing. Now, I was looking up some of these comments from success stories, and these are alleged success stories because this is just online. But from what I could gather, um, and remember, none of these things you should do unless you know that your doctor will let you do something like this, because this all depends on your health too. You can't be risking your health. Okay, but remember, this is not medical advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. Okay, so vitamin E, from my research, is very, very important. Um, Also, if you don't have selenium supplements, also you could replace it for maybe getting some Brazil nuts, and sometimes it might be a little bit hard to get, but I think you could find them on online, like Amazon or Instacart or something like that. Um, and selenium, it has been said that it helps, it helps with the thickness, and it helps with the symmetry too. Um, they say that pomegranate juice is a great antioxidant. I'm reading the list there because I did make a few little notes. Pomegranate juice, they say it's a great antioxidant, so it does help a lot with that too. Also, there's a supplement called CoQ10 that's very good, from what I gather, for blood circulation. You see, like sometimes if in my opinion, if you haven't been very active, I believe CoQ10 could be a really good boost to your blood circulation. But then if you have just a few days, just to try to get going, move around a little bit, don't overwork yourself. No medical advice. Um, Let me see what else. Oh, there's something else called L-arginine, which when I looked it up, it's for um, a lot of people take it before doing their workouts, and you can find this in in just any place where they sell supplements at. Um, I am not sure exactly what it does, but I believe it's something to do with vigorosity. Like giving you that energy, giving you like circulatory energy for the body. Um, Also, let me see. Oh, red raspberry leaf tea. They said that red raspberry leaf tea are one of the secrets too to get there. Um, Let me see if I see anything else that I have not mentioned. Oh, okay. I think I did mention them all. Another thing, while you are waiting for that second check, I was thinking, I was figuring, wait a minute, there might be a little, like worry, like you could get a little worried for your second check and overthink, and say to yourself, well, what if it doesn't happen? Well, from all the research that I have done online, and it's alleged because there's no proof, but from all the research that I made, I want to remind you that if they tell you to go back, they're not wanting you to waste your time. It's because there is actually hope. You know, they could have very well canceled it right there and say, hey, let's let you shed that lining. Let's get a new lining again. Let's just replenish everything fresh. No, there is hope. So there's a few tips that I want to share. No medical advice again. I did a research on what are some foods that can help you relax during that wait, and I found some. So here's a little just short list. I don't know what it is that they exactly contain. You could, go ahead and research it. But some of the foods that help you relax from my research are sweet potatoes, eggs, salmon, pork, whole grains, and dark chocolate, but like real dark chocolate. If you can find the 86% cocoa one, even better. So yeah, and I am a huge fan of sweet potatoes, so that's why every time that I have a chance to say sweet potatoes, I will, because I think it's so delicious. Yeah. All right, so ladies, there is hope. There is hope. Don't give up, okay? So, if you enjoyed this video and if you want more videos like this, go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and share with your peers, because these can be very useful for you guys. I know it's so hard to find any information like this, and I know this is not a medical resource, but it's good encouragement to find more information and to ask your doctor about it if you think they have a chance, because we know that they can be so busy. But if you're gonna make any changes, I really recommend that you do it. Just take a minute, call the doctor, talk to the nurse really quick, yeah, and see. All right, so thank you so much for watching.